Welcome to Liverpool fans. Today we've got the latest updates of your beloved club Liverpool. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Jürgen Klopp makes decision for return to Anfield as new boss. Arne becomes assistant manager. The echoes of Anfield had been quiet for too long. The chants, once thunderous, had softened into uncertainty. Liverpool, a club built on passion, belief and emotion, had lost its rhythm. But on a dramatic Friday morning, the news that millions of fans had secretly prayed for became reality. Jürgen Klopp had made the decision to return to Anfield as the new Liverpool boss, and in an unexpected turn of fate, Arne would now serve as his assistant manager. It was a headline that seemed almost too good to be true. After months of struggle, tactical confusion and disappointing results, Liverpool's leadership had taken a brave decision to restore the heartbeat of the club. Klopp, the man who brought joy, pride and trophies, was coming home. The story behind Klopp's return. When Jürgen Klopp left Liverpool earlier in the year, his farewell was emotional. Tears flowed down his cheeks as he waved to the Kop, promising that one day, it's not a goodbye forever. At the time, he needed rest. 9 years of intense management had drained him. He wanted quiet mornings, no training sessions, no press conferences, just peace. But football, especially Liverpool, has a strange pull on the heart. Klopp never truly switched off. He watched Liverpool's matches from his home in Germany, cheering the victories and feeling the pain of defeats. The club's struggles under Arne, though understandable for a new coach, began to trouble him. The players looked disconnected. The energy that once defined Liverpool was missing. Then came the phone call that changed everything. Mike Gordon, representing the Fenway Sports Group, reached out quietly to Klopp. It wasn't an official offer. Not yet. It was simply a question. Greater than Jürgen, if the door was open again, would you walk through it? Klopp reportedly took a long pause before replying. Greater than. For Liverpool, I never closed that door. The turning point for Arne Slot. Arne Slot, who had joined Liverpool full of ambition, found himself overwhelmed by the weight of expectation. Replacing Klopp was never going to be easy. The fans adored Klopp's charisma and his emotional connection with the city. Slot's methods, structured, calm and tactical, clashed with the intensity of Liverpool's identity. He worked hard, tried new systems and spoke honestly in interviews, but the results were mixed. The media pressure grew. Some fans started chanting Klopp's name after losses, not out of disrespect, but out of longing. Instead of reacting with bitterness, Slot reached out to Klopp himself. The two shared a long, honest conversation that lasted for hours. Klopp didn't lecture, he listened. He offered advice, support and encouragement. That night, Slot reportedly said to the board, "If Jürgen wants to help this club again, I'll step aside." Liverpool comes first. That humility changed everything. The decision and the announcement. Within days, Liverpool's board began working on an extraordinary plan. Bring Klopp back, but this time, unite him with Slot. It was a bold idea, one built on respect and shared purpose rather than competition. When Klopp agreed, he insisted on one condition. Arne stays. He's smart, he understands the game, and he cares about Liverpool. I don't want to replace him. I want to work with him. And so, on a bright morning at the AXA training centre, Liverpool released a statement that sent the football world into chaos. Liverpool Football Club is delighted to confirm that Jürgen Klopp has returned as first-team manager. Arne will continue his journey with the club, joining Klopp's technical staff as assistant manager. Social media exploded. The streets of Liverpool were filled with cheers, flares and flags. For many, it felt like a dream. Klopp was coming home. An emotional return to Anfield. When Klopp walked through the doors of the AXA training centre for the first time since leaving, the emotion was overwhelming. Staff members stopped what they were doing to applaud him. He hugged the physios, the analysts, the cooks, everyone who had shared the journey. The players were waiting on the training pitch. Klopp walked out, clapping his hands and flashing his trademark grin. "All right, boys," he said, his voice cracking slightly. "Shall we do it again?" There were hugs, laughter, even a few tears. Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Virgil van Dijk looked visibly emotional. The energy was back instantly. Klopp's charisma filled the air. Arne Slot stood beside him, smiling. Klopp turned to the group and announced, "This is Arne. He's not leaving. He's my partner now. We win together. We lose together. That's how Liverpool does it." The players responded with applause. A new beginning had officially started. The first training sessions. Klopp's first week back was intense. The players trained with new life, rediscovering the pressing, the passion, the brotherhood that had once made Liverpool unstoppable. Klopp roared from the sidelines, encouraging and teasing. "Run! Run for the city, not just for me," he shouted during one drill. Slot, meanwhile, worked quietly with the analytical side, focusing on tactical balance, positional awareness, and in-game adaptability. Klopp loved it. He called Slot the thinker, while Slot called Klopp the soul. Their bond grew quickly. Despite their different personalities, they shared one common obsession: making Liverpool great again. Press conference and fan reaction. When Klopp faced the media for the first time after returning, the world watched. Cameras flashed as he smiled, leaned forward and said, "It's strange, you know? I feel like I never left. Liverpool is home, and home always calls you back. I needed rest, yes, but I also needed football. I needed Liverpool." He then pointed towards Slot sitting beside him and said, "This man, Arne, he's a big reason I'm back. He's smart, humble, and he loves this club. We are not starting again from zero. We are continuing the story together." Fans around the world celebrated like they'd won a trophy. Outside Anfield, crowds sang Klopp's name late into the night. "We've got our boss back," one fan said, tears in his eyes. "Liverpool is alive again." The first game back. Klopp's return to the Anfield touchline came against Aston Villa. The stadium was electric. Banners, scarves, and endless chants. When "You'll Never Walk Alone" began, even Klopp had to wipe his eyes. He turned to Slot and whispered, "Greater than. This is what football should feel like. Less than." From the first whistle, Liverpool played like a team reborn. The pressing was relentless, the movement sharp, the hunger visible. Salah scored early. Alexander-Arnold assisted beautifully, and by the final whistle, Liverpool had won 3-0. Klopp's fist pumps returned, one after another, as the Kop sang in unison. Slot smiled beside him, quietly pleased. Klopp looked over and said, "This is only the start, my friend." Behind the partnership. Off the pitch, the Klopp-Slot dynamic was fascinating. Klopp handled the motivation, emotions, and human connection. He spoke to players like a father, lifting their spirits and reminding them what it meant to wear the Liverpool shirt. Slot focused on tactical structure, organising defensive lines, improving build-up play, and refining set pieces. Klopp trusted him completely. "When Arne speaks, we all listen," Klopp told the players. "He sees things even I don't." The respect between the two men was mutual. Slot once told the press, "Greater than. Working with Jürgen is like learning from a living book of football. But what amazes me most is how much he listens. He doesn't act like a legend. He acts like a friend." Liverpool reborn. As the weeks passed, Liverpool rose rapidly up the Premier League table. The chemistry on and off the field was unmatched. Players like Curtis Jones, Szoboszlai, and Darwin Núñez thrived under the new coaching setup. The team rediscovered their intensity, their rhythm, their belief. Fans started calling Klopp and Slot the perfect pair. Klopp's passion lit the fire. Slot's calmness kept it burning. In one memorable post-match interview, Klopp said with a grin, "You know, when I left, I thought maybe my time was over. But sometimes life gives you a second chance. This time, I'm not just here to lead, I'm here to build the future." And Arne is part of that future, legacy and the road ahead. Behind closed doors, Klopp began mentoring Slot, showing him not just how to coach, but how to connect. He often said, "Tactics win games, but emotions win hearts." Slot absorbed every lesson, already seen by many as Klopp's natural successor. Klopp wasn't threatened by that. He welcomed it. "One day," he said in an interview, "I'll hand this club to Arne, and I'll know it's in safe hands." Liverpool's identity had been restored. The laughter was back in training, the belief was back in the stands, and the roar was back in the players' hearts. As Klopp stood at Anfield one night after training, the stadium empty and silent under the floodlights, he looked up at the Kop and whispered, "I came back to finish what we started."